If pilots step down at 65 because lives are at stake, why can someone in their 80s run the country? Here's the case for putting an age limit on the presidency, with real voices and real data.
On overnight shifts, I feel my focus dip, and I'm only in my 50s. The presidency is a relentless stress test. Briefings, crises, split-second calls. Saying there's an upper age for the most demanding job on Earth isn't disrespect. It's a safety standard the public deserves.
Age is the strongest known risk factor for dementia. After 65, the risk roughly doubles every 5 years, reaching nearly 1/3 by 85 plus. That elevates the odds of cognitive impairment during a 4-year term.
I've watched leaders fade under pressure, words tangle, energy dips, details slip. That's human. But the office isn't. An age limit feels like a seatbelt. You hope it never matters, but when it does, it prevents the worst-case scenario for millions of people depending on steady hands.
79% of Americans favor maximum age limits for federal elected officials, showing broad bipartisan appetite for an upper bound.
My world changes weekly. New tools, new threats, new norms. Leaders who can't pivot become bottlenecks. I'm not anti-elder, I'm pro-capability. A clear age ceiling nudges the system toward sharper decision-making when the pace of change is brutal.
When asked the best age for a U.S. president, 49% of Americans chose the 50s, signaling a preference for relatively younger leadership during complex, fast-moving times.
I pass recurring medicals and still accept a hard stop at 65 because lives are at stake. The Oval Office is a different cockpit, but the stakes aren't lower. Guardrails don't insult experience. They protect everyone when the margin for error is zero.
Normal aging brings changes that slow processing and make complex tasks take longer, even in healthy older adults. Some functions compensate with more time, but in time-critical roles, the slower speed can matter.
Set a clear ceiling, say 75, and pair it with standardized cognitive disclosures. Not to shame anyone, but to build trust. Voters deserve comparable, credible health info before handing over that much power. Transparency plus limits beats vibes and rumor mills.
A national Axios Ipsos 2025 survey found 8 in 10 Americans want legally required, publicly released cognitive tests and disease screenings for presidents, alongside support for age limits. That's the case for. The Against View is on our channel. Check the description and pinned comment. Watch both and share your take.